Welcome! Today, we are going to crack the code on the money supply. Now, I know it sounds super complex, but I promise, by the end of this, you'll get all those confusing M's, from M0 to M1, M2, and beyond, and you'll do it with just a couple of simple tricks.
So, have you ever been reading an article and they just casually throw out terms like M1 or M3, and you just kind of feel your brain start to fizzle out? Yeah, I get it. It's a really common thing to get tripped up on.
But hey, the good news is you are definitely not alone. And today, we're going to make it all crystal clear. Seriously, it's easier than you think. So let's dive right in.
Okay, the single most important idea, the one thing you need to grasp to understand all of this, is liquidity. That's it. When economists talk about different types of money, all they're really asking is, how quickly and easily can you use it to buy something?
Here's a great way to think about it. Imagine money you can spend right now, like the cash in your wallet, is water in a glass. It's totally liquid, ready to go. But money that's a bit harder to get to, like a fixed deposit, well, that's more like an ice cube. It's still water, right? It's still money, but it's frozen. You gotta melt it before you can actually use it.
All right, you ready for this? Here comes the master key. This one simple trick is going to make everything else just click into place. I'm telling you, this is a total game changer for remembering what's what.
It's the odd versus even trick, and it is so simple. If the measure is an odd number, like M1 and M3, it only cares about money inside the banking system. That's it. If it's an even number, like M2 and M4, we just add the post office to the mix. Just remember that rule. It's going to come in handy in about 2 seconds.
So now that we've got our two main tools, liquidity and our odd-even trick, let's start building this thing from the ground up, one logical step at a time.
We have to start at the foundation, with M0. This is also called high-powered money or the monetary base. Think of it as the bedrock. It's basically all the physical cash out there, plus the deposits that commercial banks have to keep with the Reserve Bank of India.
So a great way to remember it is this. M0 is like mom money. It's the money base. It's where everything else comes from. It's the foundation of the whole system.
Okay, let's build on that and move to M1. This is called narrow money, and it's the most liquid stuff out there. This is our water in a glass. It's the actual cash in your pocket, plus all the money in your current or savings accounts that you can get to instantly with a debit card or UPI.
So just think of M1 as money for one instant spending. If you can tap your card and buy something right this second, that money is part of M1. Easy, right?
Now we hit our first even number, M2. So what did our trick say? We add the post office. So M2 is just everything in M1 plus the savings deposits that people have with post office savings banks.
You can see how we're just building on what we already know. M2 takes all that instant M1 money and just adds another layer, the savings sitting in the post office. It just broadens the picture a little bit.
Okay, we're back to an odd number with M3. So you know the drill. We're focused only on the banking system again. M3 takes all that super liquid M1 money, and then it adds the frozen money, those fixed deposits that are locked away in banks. This is where our ice cube metaphor really comes back into play. M3 combines the liquid water of M1 with the frozen FDs sitting in the bank. This is actually the measure you hear about the most, because it gives a really great, broad picture of the money in the main banking system.
And finally, we have M4. It's our last even number, so you know exactly what that means. We're adding the post office back in. M4 is the broadest, widest measure of them all. It takes the big M3 figure and adds in all the deposits with post office savings banks.
So M4 is basically the everything category. It's the whole shebang. You take the very broad M3 and you add that final piece of the puzzle from the post office. That gives you the most complete picture possible.
Okay, that was a whirlwind tour, but you can see how each step just builds logically on the one before it. Let's do a super quick recap just to make sure this is all locked in for good.
And here it is, all in one place. You can see the whole story. We start with the M0 base. Then we get the most liquid money, M1. From there, the measures just get wider and wider, bouncing between banks only for the odd numbers and adding the post office for the even ones. See the pattern? And look, if you want the simplest takeaway of all, this is it. M1 is your daily spending money. M2 adds your post office savings to that. M3 goes back and adds your bank FDs, and M4 just throws in everything else from the post office. See? Not so complicated after all.
So, what do you think? Pretty cool, right? You've basically cracked the code.
Now, the next time you hear someone mention M3 is growing, you'll know exactly what they're talking about. You've got the key to understanding a huge part of how the economy works. So, how about a quick quiz to see if you've got it down?